amongst an uninhabited landscape, I exist only to...
What is the point? I came here to find my voice. I know I have potential. Used to be someone with proven talent was glorified. Now the world's full of dreamers on social media screaming, "Look at me!"
That was a really fun piece.
I'm done.
It's this man
Give
out
up.
in the middle of the desert, in the middle of Joshua Tree, trying to find his artistic inspiration and coming across this shaman through the fire to do so. I think it's really fun. I think the two characters play off of each other really well. I think the human, the alive character, he almost gives like this frustrated stoner artist aesthetic, like with his clothing and his demeanor. And it adds a lot of comedic value to the story. Overall, it was just, I think you timed it incredibly well. The actors timed their dialogue really well and made it flow really well and made it really comedic. And it was just entertaining, like overall really entertaining. I think having it in a place where there's not much around really makes you center in on the two characters. It would almost be the same as if they were in a completely blank room and you have to focus specifically on the dialogue, and it adds so much to the piece and made it so fun to watch.
The idea of like a creative person trying to like figure themselves out, figure out what to do with their creativity and how to use it, and also the idea of writer's block. I definitely identify with that as a writer. That hit home as a writer. So I identify with that as with the main character, and I also like that concept of like having the dude in the fire, give him a pep talk kind of, and like help him figure out what to do with his creativity. I really like that dynamic set out in the desert camping was a dope choice. So overall, really good job. I really liked it. Good
Fun
job.
time overall. You got to kind of experience someone going through writer's block in a sense and not being able to find their voice, and then getting a call from, I assume, the shaman, and it was just a very interesting dynamic between the two. It didn't become this whole dramatic scene of like finding yourself and an inspirational speech, but more so kind of a friendly banter, and it was just kind of hilarious to watch the two dynamics and just kind of how they kind of worked together and kind of butted heads. So yeah, I thought that the concept wise, it was just a fun watch overall. And then the filming of it was really cool. I can't imagine being in such an isolated area, and then being able to film all of that and just working with the lighting and all that would probably be such an interesting experience to go through. So yeah, it was just a really fun piece overall, and again, the effects of it was just really cool with the fire and everything. So overall, great
The
job.
performances of the man and his ghostly visitor are hilarious. I especially love the cheeky lines and delivery by the visitor. The sound effects are also really well done with the crackling fire and the visitor's echoey voice. The desert setting and the wardrobe choices were also perfect for this flick. Very enjoyable.
It's a funny little short that uses sci-fi and spiritual elements to elicit humor and also give this protagonist some time of self-reflection and time to muse and even meditate on where he might go forward in life. I couldn't help but feeling that this piece evokes a kind of Star Wars-esque vibe to it because of the kind of Jedi, underling conversation that feels like is going on here. Overall, though, it is a very funny piece that makes us think about the conversations that we all have with ourselves on a daily basis.